Welcome to NYNJPA Weather, your severe weather source for the Northern Mid-Atlantic. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino, and this is the weekend forecast for July 15th. We're going to start this morning with the visible satellite picture as of 9:30 a.m. on Friday morning. And as you can see, there is a significant change in the dew points. Yesterday, and for the past few days, we started out with dew points in the mid 60s to lower 70s. Not exactly very comfortable. However, this morning, dew points are in the upper 50s to lower 60s, rather comfortable. In fact, parts of northeastern Pennsylvania are in the mid 50s, which basically tells us we have very dry air in place, and clearly we have clear skies throughout the entire northern Mid-Atlantic. That high pressure system sitting off the New Jersey coast will remain in control throughout this entire weekend. Now, unfortunately, with the high pressure system off the coast, that does mean there will be a return to slightly more humid air over the course of this weekend. However, it won't be oppressive. And for the most part, you can enjoy the weekend and go outdoors, enjoy the weather. It is going to be absolutely perfect. Unfortunately, a heat wave is on the way, and this one looks particularly nasty. Let's take a look at the water vapor satellite picture. On the water vapor satellite picture, you can clearly see there is a powerful upper level low developing over the Canadian Maritimes. That's going to lift north, and that's going to help to enhance a ridge starting to develop over the Mississippi River Valley and Tennessee River Valley. This ridge is going to build and expand, and what we'll bring will be very hot and humid weather conditions for the entire northern Mid-Atlantic, really for much of the East Coast. So enjoy this weekend while it lasts, because it is going to be perfect for outdoor activities, and then the hot and humid air comes in, and we're talking about heat index exceeding 100 degrees. Not very comfortable at all to be outdoors, unless you're at the beach, where you could get a little bit of a sea breeze. But we're clearly starting to see in the atmospheric pattern through this water vapor satellite picture a ridge starting to build over the Mississippi River Valley, and this ridge will eventually expand to the east. We're going to move to the European model guidance for Monday night into Tuesday morning, and as you can see, we have a very weak cold front starting to move through the northern Mid-Atlantic. This cold front really won't have much of an impact on the northern Mid-Atlantic as far as just change of air masses, because by the time this cold front reaches the New York City and Philadelphia metropolitan areas, there really won't be much of a cold air mass left. Much of the cooler temperatures are going to be focused more towards eastern Canada, associated with the upper level low that is starting to develop over parts of eastern Quebec and the Canadian Maritimes. Which means when this cold front moves through, produces a few showers, maybe a strong to severe thunderstorm. I would really consider the severe threat here very isolated. But after that, there really isn't much of a change. You might have a slight drop in the dew points on Wednesday morning, but other than that, it's going to be a rapid rebound with hot and humid conditions on the way. And it looks like that's going to continue on to this weekend. Let's take a look at the European model guidance for next Saturday. I think you'll see what I mean. What we have here is what we call a Bermuda High. What that basically means is that a high pressure system at the surface is centered around the Bermuda Islands, or should I say island, and what we have is a strong southwesterly flow from the Gulf of Mexico all the way up the East Coast. This high pressure system is very strong, is very well supported in the upper level pattern, and it's not going anywhere. And this type of pattern supports temperatures in the 90s for highs for almost the entire northern Mid-Atlantic, even the immediate coast. Locations like eastern Long Island and the immediate New Jersey coast might escape the worst heat because of a sea breeze, but even there it will be rather hot and humid. Another consideration here is that with this pattern setting up, we could actually see highs in the upper 90s, possibly touching 100 degrees, and with the humidity, the heat index will definitely exceed 100 degrees. So we're definitely setting up for a very hot and humid weather pattern with fog in the morning, hazy hot and humid conditions in the afternoon, dangerous heat. So next week, if you have outdoor activities or you have a job outside, from Wednesday on through next weekend, use extreme caution because it looks like we're going to be dealing with a very hot and humid pattern that will support a heat index well above 100 degrees that could put some significant stress on your body. So use some caution and be prepared. Thank you for trusting in NYNJPA weather as your severe weather source for the Northern Mid-Atlantic. As always, you can follow the latest weather information via Facebook, Twitter, and of course at nynjpaweather.com. And let me not also forget Tumblr. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Have an excellent weekend.